Alright, now, here we are. Another edition of this and... Alright. It's summertime and the sun's a-shining, but today it's raining. So we're indoors. Okay. So I wanted to get this one on the record. This was a good little thing about the sin that has to do with people that that say, I always treat everybody good, and I always do good things for people, but it doesn't get me nowhere, right? I keep getting stolen from, I get taken advantage of, and this, and that, and bad times are happening, and I'm a heroin addict and a drug addict, and I ain't do nothing but good for everybody. Look at my life, it's a shambles. Well, I found the answer why. Alright. So, that's what this The Sin vid series is going to be about. We're going to call it The Sin Shambles. Series number 1 through till it's, pardon me, ended. Well, I might as well go on Stickam. I'm feeling like a little bit of live Stickam right now. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see if we get kicked out of the room. Okay. Let's go to our Stick'em series. Our Stickam series website so we can go live with an audience. I just go into the 30s and 40s rooms, man. That's what I do. Put my code in there. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Let's turn the wireless keyboard on. Guitar M at Comcast.net. Of course, there's no use putting remember me in there because okay, so let's get rid of these advertisements there and shrink that down to size and check our settings. What do we have here? Built-in microphone and go to USB. There we go. Looks like that's working. We have volume. Okay. And once we did that, it turned our YouTube video into a glazed over mirror look. But that's alright. So, now that we have our audience and we have our little YouTube on the record going for the recording series. This vid series is called The Sin Shambles. This here vid series is called The Sin Shambles. Since how we just entered in the sticking room right here, let's get the Stick'em audience up to what the subject is centered around. Okay, so I'm going to repeat it again. So, this vid series is to deal with people that have this to say about life. Okay, y'all know people like this, right? They say this. They say, well, I just do good all the time. I don't steal for nobody, and I'm always doing good for people. I treat everybody right, and I ain't did nothing but stolen from, disrespected, and my life's a shambles. I'm a drug addict, and this, and that, and all. Whatever they might be a drug addict. That's just one thing, but basically they get taken advantage of. People keep treating them disrespectfully, and they get stolen from, this, and that, and all this other good stuff. But it's all centered around the idea of, hey, why is this all happening to me? I'm a good man. I do good things for everybody, but okay, so that, we're all familiar with that one, right? We're all familiar with that one. We've heard that one before, Of course, maybe most of us don't know how to deal with it or really have an answer for such a question from such people. That's why I'm doing this vid series right now. I'm about to lay it all on the line and get it on the record as to why this happens. Okay. So, now, I discovered this answer as I was talking to somebody. I was talking it out with somebody, and it forced me into the situation to answer this person. And this person really didn't want to hear my answer, but the situation was as such, right? Was as such that I found it an urgent need to press the matter. I found an urgent need to press the matter. And why was the need so urgent? Because this person didn't have a will to live, right? So I had to kick it in high gear. And I had to get passionate with this person. And and it just happened to be with this particular person. It doesn't work this way with everybody. It just one of them situations that just was. So as I was pressing my situation, this person was in the position to just sit there and listen, because I was just running my mouth. And the reason my mouth was running, because the motivation was there to run it. And every single word that came out was one word on top of the other that needed to be said. There was nothing in the ditch. There was no tripping over anything, no nothing. It just flowed like it flowed, man. And as this stuff was flowing out my mouth, I found an answer. And although I had the idea and I knew what it was in my mind, I didn't have the words on the tip of my tongue to explain it, because this is a subject that I have not practiced. So when those words flew out my mouth, I was like, oh, good. Now I have something to put into words that I can remember and to share with everybody. So this happened about a month ago. So now I'm finally getting around to getting it on the record. And the thing is that I pretty much remember what I said, the idea of what I said. And I'm not going to be in no hurry to get it out of my mouth, because the words already flowed out my mouth a month ago. I just have to recollect what they were. So this here's vid series number 1. We'll see how many vid series it's going to take till these words get themselves rememberedly out. So, yeah. So, let's see here. Basically, I use the idea of Job's life. All right, you all remember Job in the Bible, right? Job, J-O-B. It's kind of like job, J-O-B. Everybody goes to a job and works. Makes me wonder where that word came from. Where's the word job come from? Must have had something to do with the etymology of the word Job. But basically, I've read the story of Job before, and it never really sunk into me what it was really getting at. Of course, you have all the popular preachers that tell you what it's all about, and that used to be my understanding. Here you have this man who doing all these, what's it say? He was basically a good man, right? Right in the beginning. He was a good man, right? And and he goes through all these hard times and loses everything, man. Including he loses his health, he loses his nice skin, he gets sick, it boils all over his skin and everything, and the popular conclusion to the story is, we must endure through the hard times. Right? We've all heard that one, right? That's the popular story. We must endure through the hard times. But you know what? I found out later on in life, that's not the conclusion of the story. Not at all, man. Not at all. Now, the reason I was able to come to the proper conclusion finally was because, I finally learned about the sin. Right? So, now here you have this man, Job, right? And he's going through all these hard times. And when I read the story with a proper perspective, I realized that Job, through all these hard times, he has these three friends that come to him, right? And then he has a fourth one that finally comes to him, right? So there's 3 that come to him that basically don't have anything constructive to say, except the only thing they could think of to tell Job was, oh, it must have been something you did, man. You're being punished because of something you did. That's basically what their conclusion was. And Job, how did Job answer them? He says, I did nothing wrong, man. I'm a good man. He says, I was well respected at the city. Whenever I spoke, everybody listened to me.